how hard the foul is right here. That's a hard foul, and she does get her in the face.
Did she come back and hit her in the face? My goodness, I told y'all, she's a professional UFC fighter.
When she
That Djonai Carrington is such a violent player. Someone needs to check her for her anger issues, definitely, bro.
The WNBA is facing a growing concern, and it centers around Djonai Carrington. What began as a series of questionable plays during her stint with the Connecticut Sun has now escalated into a troubling pattern of overly aggressive behavior. With her recent transition to the Dallas Wings, Carrington's controversial style of play has put rising star Paige Bueckers in a potentially dangerous spotlight. As Carrington's track record raises alarms, it's becoming a pressing issue for a league striving to uphold integrity, safety, and sportsmanship.
She is the type of player you would love to have in your team but hate playing against her as a basketball player. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. But like, she does mad stuff, and she nearly took Paige Bueckers out.
The warning signs were clear, but they went unheeded during Wednesday night's matchup between the Dallas Wings and the Minnesota Lynx. Djonai Carrington added yet another incident to her growing list of dangerous plays, this time nearly jeopardizing Paige Bueckers' rookie season. With 4:32 left in the third quarter, Carrington recklessly launched herself at Lynx forward Jessica Shepard during a fast break, her forearm colliding with Shepard while narrowly missing Bueckers, who was trailing the play. The officials initially ruled it a common foul but upgraded it to a flagrant after reviewing the footage, a decision that did little to calm an already outraged Lynx squad, all too familiar with Carrington's history of aggressive, borderline behavior.
We're 3 games in. 3 games in. And Djonai Carrington has already tried to take somebody's eyeball out of their skull with those damn fingernails. I kid you not. I saw this and was like, you've got to be joking. We just started the season.
This wasn't just a routine.
And we're
hard
already
foul.
trying to
It was
rake
a
people's
near replica
eyeballs
of
out.
Djonai Carrington's
Hey,
infamous
I mean, she's poking people in the
2024
eye like
poke
Ric
on
Flair on
Caitlin
the Von
Clark.
Erichs back in
The
'83.
similarities are unsettling. Both incidents featured high-risk closeouts against players in full motion. Both made dangerous contact near the head and face, and in both cases, Carrington showed little to no concern for the aftermath. Clark was left with a black eye that lingered for weeks. Shepard walked away this time with a bruised nose. But for Paige Bueckers, who narrowly avoided taking the brunt of Carrington's reckless momentum, the takeaway was sobering. Sometimes, the biggest threat on the court isn't wearing the opposing jersey.
I mean, this is just not a good look
She
for
entered the
Djonai
league
Carrington.
as the
I'm telling you,
WNBA's most
she's on
anticipated
thin
rookie,
ice, bro.
averaging
Look
an
at
impressive
this.
12 points
Now,
and
that's her
10
assault on
assists over her
Caitlin Clark
first 3
there,
games.
poking an eyeball.
But Paige Bueckers is now facing a harsh reality. The threat to her career might come not from opponents, but from the recklessness of her own teammates. Despite the dangerous nature of Djonai Carrington's fall on Jessica Shepard, one that involved direct head contact and an aggressive follow-through, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert's office remained silent, continuing a troubling pattern of inaction regarding Carrington's conduct. By refusing to issue a suspension, the league effectively signaled its tolerance for this kind of play. It's the same indifference that followed Carrington's eye poke on Caitlin Clark, reinforcing a dangerous precedent where players learn they can cross the line without consequence. When personal animosity fuels physical aggression on the court, the risk escalates, and the WNBA's failure to intervene is a disaster waiting to happen.
Heard across the world last year, clearly a non-basketball play, but no foul was called, no flagrant was called. The WNBA stays absolutely silent. This type of behavior is encouraged.
Wings made a
Sticking your nails in people's eyeballs in the WNBA is encouraged.
What exactly were they thinking? That her troubling pattern of dangerous play would vanish with a new jersey? That her habit of targeting high-profile rookies was just a temporary phase? Signing Carrington wasn't just a gamble, it was a reckless decision. Now, Paige Bueckers, one of the brightest rookies to enter the WNBA in years, is sharing a locker room with a player whose approach to defense seems more suited to a martial arts ring than a basketball court. Bueckers arrived with sky-high expectations and the potential to reshape the league. But instead of being nurtured in a supportive, professional environment, she's found herself in a situation where the greatest risk might come from within her own team. One has to wonder what's going through her mind, expecting to join a franchise focused on championships and player development, only to find that her team's idea of building a contender includes welcoming a player whose game tape could double as evidence in a disciplinary hearing.